Good afternoon, Astrolifers. How are you? So, the stars of the week. I'm going to be talking about what's coming up in November, going a little bit further than normal, just because I want to warn you guys about something coming up. So, the first news is that November is going to be easier than October. So, at least we've got that working. I know you're going to say, well, hang on, we're in retrograde. How is that possible? Well, it is because October, as you've seen, was really full on. Yes, we had Mercury moving forwards at the end of the month, and we also had some opposition. So first, thank you for your concern and everyone sending me beautiful messages for my daughter. She is fine. It popped up like it was going to be popping up, and I had anticipated that things will come up, and this is what astrology is really good about. It's actually a tool, and because I knew that my week last week would be really crazy, this week I've actually booked things very light, only doing I think it's 2 or 3 full readings, and the rest is just catching up with people and also looking after my elites, because that's what astrology is all about. It's a tool to prevent things. I've also taken some days off to really make sure I'm looking after my elites and making sure they are all ready to be launching their products and their new programs when the star will be moving forwards at the end of this month. So, but let's explain what has happened in October. So in October, outside the points that you already know with the retrograde and of course the oppositions, with Uranus bringing some surprises, we also have what we call in astrology, in fact, it was a midpoint. There's something else that I didn't explain, but it's good for you guys to understand why sometimes we know that this month is going to be a really bad one, is because it was actually a midpoint between two sets of eclipses. So we had an eclipse on the 2nd of July and one on the 16th, and then we're going to have one on the 25th and one of December and one in the 10th of January. So in fact, in between, you've got that point which makes things blow even more. So if you do have some oppositions during that time and retrogrades and stuff like that, which are obviously going to blow, well, that makes it even worse. So this is why there was so many accidents, problems, things popping up, people sick, death, you name it. We had it all last month, unfortunately. So it was really full on. And also, one thing, I know that quite a few of you are sick, quite a few of you are not feeling well or tired, or I've had problems with their chest, a little bit like my daughter was having. That is typical of Mercury coming up and slowing us down. It's like, no, that's it, that's enough. You need to slow down. You need to take care of yourself. So obviously it's the body speaking there, saying, now that's enough. I need to be working on a slower pace because the body is directly affected. That's what I mean. Astrology is metaphysics. It's spiritual in the sense of having multiple lives. If you've had a reading with me, you know that I talk about karma, your lives, where you're going, your paths and everything. But really, technically, if we just talk about Western astrology, that's where we talk about metaphysics, the way we are affected by the energy of the stars. If you think you are affected by maybe someone else's energy, just imagine a planet, which is the biggest thing that exists in that solar system. This is what astrology is all about, right? So that's why it's considered a science in many countries now. So yes, so November is going to be easier. And I know we are in retrograde, and I know exactly what I'm saying, but it is going to be calmer and smoother. There's not going to be many big blow up like we did have in October, except on one day. So today I'm going to speak a little bit in advance, because on that day I don't want you guys to be driving, or if you can organize yourself so you don't go driving, it would be on the 25th. On the 25th, there's going to be a lot of accidents. I'm not saying it's going to be as bad as April was, when, you know, all these fires and bombs and all this shooting and things like that, but it's still going to be a bad day. So we're going to talk about that, but I want you on that day not to take any risks. So if you can already organize yourself, you know, we only at the beginning of November, try to just organize that day, so that day you are not on the road or trying to take it easy on that day. That will be the only day where we do have Mars, which is the planet of action and moving forwards, and Uranus that is in opposition and that is not so good. So that will be the time where you don't want to be driving or taking a risk or doing something that is like that. So yes, so it's going to be easier. Otherwise, November, nicer, smoother in that sense. It is time to rest after all. So it's time to finish your projects. It's time to finish everything that you need to be doing, and we are going to go towards, slowly but surely, towards the full moon, the 12th and the 13th. That is going to be a very, very nice full moon. So at least we know that now for the moment it's time to finish your projects, to make everything good, to rest, to catch up with your family, to have a really, really good time with your loved ones, because it's time to do that. And we also know that around the 12th, 13th, we are going to have that beautiful full moon. It's going to be very good. It's going to bring solutions. It's going to be coming up with good ideas, with good opportunities and things like that. But there is a but. We are in Mercury retrograde. So if you've got an offer, if you've got something coming up, a VIP making you a great offer, say yes, I am interested. But the day to sign it will be the 29th. I've been looking at the stars, and it is true, I've said to all of you, from the 5th of December would be a good time to move forwards because of the shadow of Mercury retrograde. But I worked all this weekend and I looked at the stars, and there is a day in particular that I really, really do like. It's at the end of this month, the 29th or the 30th of November. So if you want to launch something there, do it. The reason why I like it is because there is Saturn and Mercury working together, which tells me that it's going to help you to have your projects going long term and being protected as far as that is concerned. And Mercury will already be moving forwards anyway. It's moving forwards on the 21st, but it does take a few days to be full speed. But by the 29th, it will be good enough with the aspect that we do have to start what you want to be launching. So I'm actually changing the dates. I'm actually saying the 29th is good enough to start because it is linked with the new moon, and I also like that new moon at the end of the month. It's well aspected. There's even Venus that is there with Capricorn, where Jupiter is going to be. There's a lot of aspects that I do like. But the 25th, I do not like it at all. So on that day, please protect yourself. Make sure that you can avoid, if you've got now enough time, that you organize that to be a day where you're not driving, not taking any risks, or trying to be safe as much as you can. That would be really, really good. I'm going to do on the 29th my third group of elites. I think I've been talking about it for a while, just to explain that I will stop doing readings slowly but surely, and I'm going to be focusing only on my elites and doing groups, events, one-to-many. One-to-many, when I will be doing them, I will choose, people into the room, and I will be looking after them as far as astrology is concerned. But I'm going to be slowly stopping the one-on-one. So to focus really on my elites and make sure that I'm making a real difference with some people that are actually changing their lives and changing lives of the people around. So if you want to be part of that group that I'm going to be looking after for 1 year, making sure they are successful and that their lives have changed, like they're already changing for the first group of September. They're really all coming up with some ideas and programs, and we're all making it happen, and books or whatever they want to be doing. So yes, it's very, very exciting. So this is where I'm going to go towards next year. But in between, I am doing a retreat, and there is a reason why I'm doing that retreat on the 22nd. Of course, it's because at that point Mercury will be moving forward, and I want you guys to recharge in energy. So I've got that beautiful Elsa, my chef coming from Bali, that is going to be there on the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. So it's going to be a time to rest, to have those massages, to look after yourselves, and also to learn how to eat very, very good, healthy food that can restore and rebalance the body. So all organic, vegan, with all these beautiful recipes. You can see the menus. We are working on the menus. It's already on my group. If you go on Astrolab, Be in Sync with the Universe, and you can see all the recipes that are going to be there. She's amazing. So you can still book for the days if you want to come for the day or the Friday or the Saturday and do some cooking with us. You are more than welcome. And there's going to be vouchers, big vouchers as well, $25 worth, plus some presents, plus a lot of things. And of course, I'm going to be giving some tips for the years to come in astrology, which you only get if you are coming to my event. So that's going to be a really beautiful shortcut for the guys who wants to be successful. Well, that's it. That's all for this week. Beautiful full moon coming up. So you're already going to be feeling it 3 or 4 days before. It is on the 12th, but you're going to feel it at the end of this week. Go on a weekend. Have an amazing time with the people that you love. That's going to make things even more beautiful, even more magical. So it's a time to go out and to enjoy that weekend. That's it. Talk to you soon. Bye, everyone. Bye.